with resourcing, network resources. I mean like routable, internet gateway, all these things will be applicable now. 264. You can update this in this what we call as a tracker later, or if you want, you can do that. But let us start 264 lab. Just start the lab. Okay, here also create a VPC, internet gateway, routable, security group, NAC, I mean network ACL, and EC2 instance. Very important lab, this one. Yeah, lab is ready for you. So familiarize yourself. Very, very important. My suggestion, please do this lab multiple times. Develop a solution to the customer. As I mentioned, yeah, this lab is colored 264, very, very important lab to be done multiple times. So the lab is created, just go to AWS. Watch this one. If you get this message, just close and go back. Two 64 lab. So nevertheless, open the VPC dashboard. If you want me to wait, I'll wait for the task 1. So he's asking you to recall. Ready, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, anyone wants me to wait? Okay, fine. So the first task is create your VPC. The name of the VPC is test VPC, and your CADR block is 192.168.0.0/18, the same one. Do this now. So VPCs, there are 1, subnets, there are 4. Everything is okay. Just create a VPC. Just create a VPC. VPC only. VPC only. So just say Control V, test VPC. This CADR 192.168.0.0/18. See, exactly, you should not give anything else other than what he has mentioned. This pictures /18 and say create VPC. Rest all things, just leave it as it is. We did this earlier, same thing. So yes, if you go to your VPCs, you should see the test VPC on the screen. And if you have done so, the first part of your task 1 is done. Done, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Anyone wants me to wait? I'll wait.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us also do the same one. Let us do the subnets. Create a subnet. Select the subnets. These are all 4 default subnet. Create a subnet. First, most important, select your VPC, test VPC. Absolutely. The subnet name, public subnet. You see here, public subnet 1.0/28. Just give the name of the subnet is public. Subnet. No preference, that's okay. This one, 192.168. 1.0/26. If I'm correct, let me check. /28. No preference and /28. /28. 1.0. Please cross check multiple times. So if all these things are correct, create subnet. The same thing which we have done in this lab up till now. So one subnet is ready for you. Okay. The same one, the previous lab I have repeated. Ready, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now the next part is to create a route. To create a route table. See, all this time, we did these two things. We did the first one VPC, and one subnet. We are going to create this route table and attach this one and also to the internet gateway. So first thing is that we are going to create a route table. So the name of the route table is public route table. Public route table. Let us create. Click this route table. Click this route table. So there is something else. Forget about all these things. Create a route table. What is the name of the route table? Public route table. And select your VPC. Public route table, the name. Okay. Do not forget to do this particular one. Select the test VPC. Select test VPC. Create route table. Perfect. Done. Just verify by clicking this route table whether it has been created successfully or not. Yeah, you can see that this is route table is created, but we have not associated anything. We are not associated. Basically, what we have done, we have created this one, route table. We need to associate this and this later, not now. Okay. Done. We are learning about how to create the infrastructure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, others also done.
Yes, sir.
The next one.
Sir.
The next one is create an internet gateway. Create an internet gateway. The name of this internet gateway is IGW test VPC. Okay, fine. So select this internet gateway. There is one default internet gateway. Leave that. Create internet gateway. Create internet gateway. What is the name of the internet gateway? IGW, capital IGW, space test VPC. Test VPC. So whatever you are writing here will also be applicable into the tag, will come automatically. Create internet gateway. So this is successful. You can click internet gateway to see whether it has been or not. It is IGW. You can select that. It is. So you mean to say this internet gateway is created, but it is not attached to the VPC. We need to attach to the VPC, right? This internet
Yes,
gateway
sir.
needs to be attached to this VPC. You can select this. You can select this and say under actions, attach to VPC. So then this will become a part of your VPC. So select the VPC as test VPC. I don't know why it is taking this much time. So select this VPC, select this internet gateway and say actions attached to VPC. Select your test VPC. Test VPC. Attach. Then you'll get message that if you select internet gateway, you should see is as attached. This is attached. I mean, this internet gateway is completed. First step, the big one, black. Second one, the subnets we have created. The third step, a route table we have created, but we are not connected. The fourth step, we have created the internet gateway and attached to the VPC. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Till now. Okay, fine, fantastic. Attached to the VPC. Now what we need to do? Now what we need to do? So from here you can reach up to the internet gateway. But can you reach the VPC? Sorry, can you reach this particular subnets?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
We need to
Form a route table.
deploy the routes. Until unless you deploy the routes, whatever the infrastructure you host, you cannot access. So let us do that. So add route to route table and associate to route table. So first route, which I'm going to show you, is this one. From this internet gateway to the route table. This one, this is first and this is second. Understood? This is first one, this is second one. You can do in any order basically. I'm teaching you this particular one. Associate this internet gateway traffic to the route table. Okay. So go back to the route table. Go back to the route table. Select your public route table. Select your public route table. Okay. You see there are various tabs, details, routes, associations, edge associations, etc., etc. So details will be showing you all the details. If you want, you can drag up also as needed. You see this route table, VPC, which is connected at so and so. Okay. Click this routes. There is only one local route which is there, which is nothing to do. Local route means that the router is active. That's all. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
we are now creating a route. So just select this edit routes at the extreme end, edit routes and say add a route. Add a route. So the traffic, you see this one, the traffic coming else from the internet, any traffic coming from the internet should be routed through the internet gateway to the route table. This is the route which we are writing. Yes or no? Any traffic from the internet which is coming, it should come through the internet gateway to the route table. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So any traffic means you should write as 0000/0. Means any 0000 means any traffic. Okay. It should come to the target via
Internet gateway.
Internet gateway, sir.
internet gateway. And that internet gateway which you have created is test VPC. If you have selected internet gateway, it will ask, okay, it is now done. So all the traffic should come via internet gateway with the gateway which you have created and just say save changes. So it is creating a route. Understood, everyone? Should I show once again? If you have done so, you will see one route which is created already. 0000, that route will be created, target. I'll show you once again for your information. So I'm just removing. So add a route. You just define as 0000/0. The target is your internet gateway. Internet gateway. That internet gateway is also IGW test VPC and just say save changes. Okay. So now the traffic from here, it goes via internet gateway, and it reaches router. From here, what we should do? Yeah. What we
To
should
attach the route to subnet.
route to the subnet, private, sorry, the public subnet. We need to associate this route table to the subnet, right?
Subnet.
Subnet is your public subnet. So what do you do? Edit associations. Edit associations. Sorry, subnet associations. Edit the subnet associations. Click that. No subnets are associated here. I mean to say, this route table doesn't know what are all the subnets which are there. we need to associate this one. So what we can do, edit subnet associations. So it is showing these are all the subnets which are available. Select whichever subnets you want to select and just a save association. It's done.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So this part is done. You should see 2 and also edit subnet associations. We did that. Okay. So the next part is creating ACL. This is optional, but you can still do. We will still do. ACL is a network-based firewall. A network-based firewall. So what we can do is that we can just see here. There are no changes basically. I'll explain about that. So just select that. Where is that network ACLs? It's like your security group. So just see that there is a public subnet which is there here. Click that. By default, it will be created, and you just verify the inbound rules and outbound rules. You see inbound rules, all traffic is allowed by default. Yes or no? The rule number 100. Rule number 100. Please remember, in ACLs we have rule numbers. Is all traffic is allowed by default in this network ACL. Understood? We are not making any changes, just understand this one. In outbound also, all traffic is allowed by default. In both. Allow. If you want anything, you can apply a rule number and then write. Apply a rule number and write. Inbound as well as outbound, there are no changes. No changes. So just understand this one. Here, we are not making any changes. Right? And the last one, which we need to create, is your subnet, security group. Security group is for the instances. The next one, let us learn about how to create. Earlier, we were using the system once when we are creating instance. Here you can create on your own. Create a security group. The security group name, public security group. You can see this one, public security group. Allow public access. Public security group. So allow public access. And select the VPC. If it is showing like this, put the into, close that and select test VPC. Again, I show you, if it is showing like this, click this into and select test VPC. Yeah. And in inbound rules, we need to allow SSH, HTTP, HTTPS traffic. Let us learn. Add rule. Okay. Allow SSH first. SSH anywhere. That's okay. Add rule. You can select HTTP. Okay. One more rule. Add HTTPS also. That is his requirement. All these three inbound rules: SSH, HTTP, HTTPS traffic. Allowing. And in outbound rules, nothing. It is by default allowed all. So see this, by default allowed all. Nothing, no change. And tags. That's all. Create security group. Fine. All your VPC infrastructure is now ready. All your VPC infrastructure is now ready. We learned about how to create VPC. We learned about how to create subnets. We learned, we created. We learned about how to create route table. We created. We learned about how to create internet gateway. We created and we attached to the VPC also. Fine. We learned about what is that ACL. We have not done any changes. We left as it is. We learned about security group. We created security group. Fine. And in the route tables, after creation, we learned about how to modify. One is to associate with your subnets, and the second one is to write a route which will help you the internet traffic to come through the internet gateway. Understood everything?
Yes, sir.
Very, very
Yes,
important.
sir.
So now coming to the task 2. So task 1 is VPC. Task 2 is launching an instance. So this is done. You can go back to EC2. That is in compute. Go back to EC2. And launch a server. Launch an instance with the following details. Amazon Linux 2. So launch an instance. Launch an instance. So you all know how to launch an instance. So the name of the instance is a Linux server or something. Let us go through. Other right Linux server, nothing. He didn't mention anywhere. I'm just verifying. You can say Linux server. Okay. The application and this thing, select Amazon Linux. Select Amazon Linux 2. That's what his requirement is. Done. Whatever you are giving, it will be updating here. Okay. The instance type. I think the instance type, did he mention anywhere?
T2 micro.
T2 micro, then leave it default. Yeah, T3 micro, he mentioned, T3 micro. So here you need to select T3, third generation. Select only the things which is given in the lab. T3 micro, which is also same. T3 micro is 2 CPU, 1 GB of memory. Key pair. What did he say? Key pair. I think there is a walk key or something like that.
So walkie RSA.
Okay, walk key RSA, yes. So just expand this one and select the key pair as walk key. Absolutely. And network settings, most important one. Most important one is the network settings. Just say edit. Don't choose this VPC. Choose test VPC. Test VPC. You will also see public subnet. You will also see public subnet. What is that? We didn't mention, but anyway, that's okay. Test VPC and the subnet auto assign, just say enable. Enable. This one auto assign, public IP. Just say enable. Firewall, select an existing group, which we already created that. That is public security group. Public security group. He mentioned the same. Attack security group. Yeah, you can see the security group. Public security group is needed. right? Anyone has missed out any options? So you should see Linux 2, T3 micro, public security group, and 8 GB. That's okay. That leave it as it is. If you are okay with all these things, security group, everything, this storage is also 8 GB, leave it. He didn't mention anything. Advanced details also, he didn't mention anything. Just say launch the instance. Launch the instance. The instance is getting ready in your VPC, that is public subnet group. Success. You should see one instance is getting ready in your VPC. Yeah. Done, everyone. And you can download the key also here in your details. Just download your walk key, that is PPK, a lab user. Okay. So this is your public IP. You see your private IP 192.168.1.8. It is there in your subnet. It is there in your subnet. Just say run with this public IP and SSH, auth, the credentials, that is lab user.ppk, and just say open. You should be able to connect to the instance which you have created in your VPC using public IP. Using public IP. I think this is the end of it. Task number 3, ping google.com. You should be able to ping. That means that you are able to connect from internet to the internet. Your internet gateway is working. Yeah, it is. Control C. Your Google is working or Amazon is working. Yeah, anyone, any questions? This lab is important. I want everyone to practice couple of times till you are achieving familiarity.